Hello, I'm Dale, and welcome to my backyard. Today we're going to look at sand filters and cartridge filters for your above ground pool. We're going to look at which system is best for you. We're going to compare the cost differences, the efficiency, and the ease of use. Now obviously the main difference between the two, the sand filter uses a sand medium that the water all passes through, catching the debris, while the cartridge filter, the water passes through usually a paper cartridge, catching all the debris there. I will be sure to put Amazon links in the video description below of the filters that I'm using for this comparison and ultimately what I recommend. First, let's go over the price difference. Now I'm comparing pumps that pump around 2,500 gallons per hour. You can find sand filters that pump that volume for around $180. Cartridge filters are around $200. So it looks like the sand filters are about $20 cheaper. Although they don't come with sand. You have to buy a bag of sand, which is going to run you about $30, where cartridge filters usually come with one cartridge to get you started. So really they're super close in cost. Until you have to start cleaning or replacing filters. The sand that you put in your sand filter is going to last you up to 10 years. Cartridges, during your peak use, you're going to have to replace these up to once a month at $10 a pop. So ultimately, the winner of the cost debate, I believe, is sand filter is going to run you a lot less in the long run. The big difference comes when it's time to clean the filters, to backwash the filters. They've been running for a while, collecting all that debris. You need to clean that out. Sand filters, it's super easy. You turn the system off, move it over to backwash, take the cap off, and backwash all that junk out. Super easy with the sand filter. Cartridge filters are a little more cumbersome to clean. You turn the system off, unscrew the cap, pull your filter out, but then you have to hose it out. You can reuse these, hose them out, clean them, but they eventually do break down and you can only get them so clean, so they only last for so long. That's why I said during peak use, you might have to replace this up to once a month. You definitely need to rinse it at least weekly during your peak use. So cartridge filters, sand filters, I've used both of them quite a bit. And during the peak summer months, if I'm having to clean a filter once a week, to me, that's an easy win for the sand filter. Simply flip it over to backwash, rinse it, and you are done. Next, let's talk about how efficient they are at keeping the pool clean, because ultimately that's our goal, keep our pool water looking great. Sand filters will filter down to 20 to 40 microns. But to compare to a cartridge filter, that'll filter down to 10 to 20 microns. So what does that mean? Cartridge filters will actually filter finer debris like algae and silt. So if you're cleaning your pool after, say, an algae bloom, the cartridge filter is going to catch a lot more of that algae, but it comes at a cost. Even with clearing up something like an algae bloom, I would rather use a sand filter. Sure, it's not going to catch as fine of debris, but we've got a solution for that. Add some water clarification solution to your pool. That helps clump together those really small particles so your sand filter can catch them. Yes, you will need to still rinse this and backwash it more frequently, but ultimately that's a lot easier for me, so I'd rather do that. Add a little water clarification solution, back prime, and you're done. I'll put an Amazon link in the description below for that water clarification solution that I like to use. So for the efficiency category, the cartridge filter does win that because it can filter a lot finer particles. So it looks like sand filters wins 2 out of the 3 categories we looked at, and sand filters really are my preference. They're much better at moving large volumes of water, which is better for your pool. Stagnant water is dirty water. Be sure to check out those Amazon links I have in the video description below of some good sand filters that I like. Thank you guys so much for watching and have a good day.